Chapter 1. I'm here. I actually made it. Kaspar Wilding shouldn't have been grinning, but he couldn't help it. In full dress uniform, he stood to attention with his fellow graduates of the Guardian Academy. Seated dignitaries, selected visitors, and family members surrounded them on three sides, but none of them were there specifically for Kaspar. Uncle Jeff, the only family Kaspar had left, couldn't make it. "I can't just up and leave the farm, not when there's work to be done," said Uncle Jeff's hollow message in response to Kaspar's invitation. "I haven't got the time to spare to attend your ceremony." Uncle Jeff had spat out the last word as if it burned his tongue. Kaspar didn't even bother to argue. Conclusive proof, not that any was required, that Uncle Jeff still hadn't forgiven him for leaving the farm and signing up to be a guardian. Kaspar doubted that his uncle ever would. But was he about to let that ruin even 1 minute of his big day? No way. Brother Simon stood with his back to the graduates as he made his speech. It was a real honour to have a member of the High Council officiating over the graduation ceremony, and it was the first time Kaspar had seen anyone from Council up close and personal like this. This was meant to be a solemn moment full of import and gravity, but for the life of him, Kaspar just couldn't keep a straight face. Keeping his eyes front, he whispered through rigid lips like a ventriloquist to the tall, red-headed girl with dark blue eyes on his left. "Hey, Jana, if Brother Simon waves his arms any harder, he'll take off." "Shut up," Jana hissed in reply, "or Voss will kick you so hard you'll be the one who leaves the ground." Voss was not only one of the most senior guardians at the academy, but also their formidable new boss. At well over 2 meters, their commander was a lean, mean fighting machine. He'd regularly taken them through a number of exercises during their training, and the man took no prisoners. No way would Kaspar like to get on his bad side. He was bald as an egg, the only hair on his face being his jet-black eyebrows which framed his piercing brown eyes. His laser-beam gaze was renowned for missing nothing. Kaspar quickly stowed his smile and resumed his fixed stare at the horizon. "Such a fine body of young people who have sworn to protect our way of life here in the Alliance and our communities from these misguided insurgents who would seek to deprive us of everything we hold dear," Brother Simon droned on, still watering his dry words with the frenzied flailing of his arms. Kaspar found it more interesting to concentrate on the High Councillor's active limbs than his arid words. "I still can't believe they made a melon farmer like you honor cadet," whispered Dylan from Kaspar's right. "You must have compromising photos of someone very important doing something really embarrassing with barnyard animals." "Jealousy, pure jealousy," replied Kaspar, but his grin was back with a vengeance. Dylan had a point, though. To think that until 18 months ago Kaspar had been working on his uncle's farm on the edge of the Badlands, but after brooding and stewing and agonizing about it for months, he'd applied to be a cadet at the academy behind his uncle's back. He remembered every moment of his interview. "Congratulations on making it this far," the inducting officer had said, "but I warn you now, I'm not here to rubber stamp your application. We only take those with the potential to become the best, the elite. So what makes you think you could be a guardian?" The Indo's unexpectedly brusque manner threw Kaspar for a moment. He took a deep, steadying breath. "As you can see from my medical report, I'm fit. I regularly run and swim, and I'm strong. I'm used to hard work on the farm, plus I scored 984 on the aptitude test," he answered, prickles of heat lancing his skin as he spoke. He wanted to join the academy so badly he could taste it sharp and sweet on his tongue, reach out his hand and almost touch it, almost. If he were to fail at one of the first hurdles... "It takes more than that," the Indo continued, distinctly unimpressed. "I see from your application that you've spent most of your life on your uncle's farm. Even visits to capital city have been rare. To put it mildly, you lack experience of anything but farm life." "That's true, sir, but I'm a very fast learner. I think quickly on my feet and I'm eager to serve," said Kaspar. "Blah, blah, blah. You seriously think you could face a mob of homicidal terrorists intent on death and destruction and still keep it together? Well, farm boy?" The Indo turned away before Kaspar could even reply, his finger heading for the rejected icon at the bottom of the data screen. "Runs in the